Hi there. This is the third of 3 short videos on selecting a journal for your publication. Thus far, I have been arguing that there are a number of drivers to publish, and chief amongst them is that we are living in a so-called knowledge economy, where the production of knowledge is understood to correlate with the flourishing of the economy. However, we should be wary of some of the consequences of this understanding, one of which is that knowledge is often understood to be a product that can be packaged and sold. As a result of this understanding, nations and institutions sometimes put in place mechanisms to increase output, but the unintended consequences can include reductions in quality and deterrence to collaboration. And now a bunch of sharks have come swimming into these waters to prey on the mad rush towards publication at any cost. And these sharks are predatory publishers. Wikipedia defines predatory publication as an exploitative, open access publishing business model that involves charging publication fees without providing the editorial and publishing services associated with legitimate journals. It goes on to say that newer scholars from developing countries are especially at risk. So we are seen to be easy picking for these sharks. The problem with these predatory publications is that they do not follow the accepted peer review processes, and they are thus willing to publish any old rubbish. This means that what they do publish is not viewed as credible and is not valued by those invested in building the field. And so such articles don't get read, and they don't get cited. In the end, it's a money-making racket that has got nothing to do with the building of knowledge and the joining of an intellectual conversation. So how do we go about spotting these sharks? Well, the journals generally cover a number of unrelated topics, and thereby demonstrate that there is no level of specialist expertise. They generally solicit publications. They will approach you, often after a conference or some other event where your contact details have become available online. And in an error-ridden email, they will ask you to submit your article for publication. The timeframes they offer will be unrealistic. The editorial board may include a few reputable names, but often those names are not even aware that they have been fraudulently attached to the journal. Beale is an American academic who for a number of years has kept a record of what he has considered to be predatory publishing houses and predatory publications. He has withdrawn his list, but I have here included screenshots of what it looks like. And these are only the journals beginning with the letter A. So what are the consequences of publishing in such journals? Most importantly, you have wasted your research. There has been no real dissemination. Predatory articles do not get read, they do not get cited, and so they do not contribute to the development of knowledge. Johan Matan's research indicates that publication in predatory journals is on the increase in South Africa. The green line indicates the number of publications in journals with strong evidence of being predatory by South African academics over the last few years. In this table, Mouton indicates the number of predatory articles submitted by each university between 2005 and 2014. These are only the worst cases, those journals that show strong evidence of being predatory. We clearly have a problem, albeit one that is unevenly experienced across the sector. Alongside predatory publications, we now also have predatory conferences. These conferences are not convened by academic organizations or institutions for the sharing of knowledge, but they are rather organized by consultancy firms for an exorbitant fee. They often also offer glitzy registration rewards. Most universities are getting wise to such events and refuse to fund academics' attendance at them. In conclusion, it is possible for anyone to get caught by a predatory publication. But the problem really emerges because we've missed the point. We're meant to be joining an intellectual conversation. Whether we want to add to what others are saying or to challenge it, we should be publishing where the conversation is happening. and this is not going to be in a predatory publication.